Our core sniping, victory. He's our core sniping.
Rockets in our team. Dude. Alright, we're by ourselves.
He's our top tier.
Our cuts right now. Cuts right now.
Our plat. Cuts and plat.
Plat's not looking at you. Plat's not looking at you.
Tops our Walshy.
On their training, fear.
Watch out, guys, also. Cuts also. Watch out, Payman. Watch out, street. Are we going to run this? Soldier, watch out, street. Wait. There he is, nice. Push. Sorry, my rocket got naded. Where are they? Where's that? I got your back.
And guys, that was just terrible misfortune for Final Boss there. Ogre 2 was set up perfectly to help Victory X out with that rocket. He shot it, but a grenade ricocheted the rocket not only into the wall, but it also killed Victory X. The flag was stopped. He had the sniper in the mauler, wasn't able to connect with that quick scope on Ghostayame, and we didn't have anything else to fend off Ghost, and that was a failed flag cap for Final Boss.
Yeah, that was just bad luck. I mean, you know, it's literally the luck of the bounce right there. They seemed set up, they had some momentum, and then suddenly something like that just derails everything, and they still find themselves down 1 cap to none. I mean, but the thing that I noticed during that Astro listen-in from listening to Final Boss was that they're still communicating a lot. One of the things that the knock on Final Boss, one of the old knocks on the old Final Boss was that when things didn't go their way, they would shut down, they would stop talking to each other. But that doesn't seem to be the case right now with this team. Ogre 2 looks engaged, Tots is talking, Victory and Fear on the end are talking as well. So that's a nice sign for them. They're still in this. There's just about 7 minutes left in regulation, so they need to start thinking about making a move, because what they don't want to do is they don't want to let Classic get out ahead, say with 2 caps to none, and then have to be on the offensive, because Classic could just basically let them come to their side and just wait for them for the rest of the game and try and wait out the clock. Not that Classic would do that, but it gives them that option.
And Sundance, you know, talking about Final Boss's communication earlier in the game, I was extremely fearful for Final Boss with the way they were talking. Ogre 2 calling out, "Come on, guys, can I get some help?" in a little bit of whiny voice. That's what I heard at the LAN, and that's what was going on when they were losing. I want to listen back in with our Astro listen-in with Final Boss to see how they bounce back from that failed flag cap. Does it ruin their momentum, or do they have the drive and the endurance to push through this one? It looks like they're setting up for another flag run. This one's going through the sword side as Fear itself just picked up a clutch kill down low, and Victory is going to be running the flag sneaky beaver-like down at the bottom of the snipe tower for Team Classic.
I'm coming towards you. I'm there, 2 down here. I'm down. I'll get flags. The Yammy's their S1 to the court. 3 to the court. Top it turret.
Jumped up flag against 1 shot. Nice.
I know it's flying.
2 of them. Hold on, I got a rock. 3 that, let's go. They're runway, last guy sniping. We're pushing, there's 1 in all.
1 hit their runway. 1 hit their runway still.
Yeah.
Still have him.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's 3 of them.
Last one. No, that's probably green.
The long one hit, the camo. He's in the green one hit.
Green rockets. Shot. Nice.
Our green, help him out. Diving in our pit, underneath the pit, right now.
2 there, my rocket didn't shoot. He's already open 1 shot.
1 shot our first air pit.
He's our first, scan 1 shot, dead. 2 dead, let's go.
They're along with sniper,
Win this game. Heritage CS. 1 dead.
They're green.
I'm pushing.
And they're neither with sniper. They're on the flat. And then Mauler with sniper on the flat. No, long. Yeah, right now. Just right now.
Run along.
Edge last one, stay alive. Last one.
Alright. What's up? Our snipe's up.
Like
I got 1 shot on the green. I got the shot.
Absolutely, he fell in pit.
He's on camera with it.
Don't camera with it.
Top turret.
Watch your shooting, Kyle.
Don't die up. Back up, Kyle. I'm going back there right now.
And while Final Boss was worried about what game type is next, Classic was focusing on who's going to grab the flag next. It was Ghostayame who ran it perfectly through needles. Perfect support from Chig on the green box to Zoxic and Soldier were there to back him up as well. It's now 2-0 with Classic in the lead.
Yeah, and you see from the way that Ghost ran that flag back, whenever Final Boss pulls a flag, it seems like Classic is able to swarm, identify where the flag runner is going, and shut him down. Ghost took maybe 1 or 2 shots that entire flag run. Final Boss seemed powerless to do anything about it.
And you know, this passive play from Final Boss is really just killing them. You don't want to give a team like Classic the ability to set up. You want to keep them more on the run and gun because they're not that fundamentally sound. So by giving them that option, you're just improving them that much more.
Here we have Victor X running a flag for Final Boss. He was sniped once by Soldier 187. Here we go. Vic is taking it home. 3 members from Classic are dead. And Final Boss is back on the scoreboard, guys. Now, what I saw there was Soldier took his time. He spawned his teammates in the cuts there. No one from Final Boss really saw him, but that's because they were all pushing through the long haul in green box. They ignored the guys there, picked up a double kill in the flag victory, ran the flag through long haul as Soldier wasn't able to connect with the headshot to stop him.
He did slow him down, but the other thing you have to keep in mind is even though Final Boss just got that cap, Classic retains the lead because they were able to double up on caps prior to that. So one of the things you don't want to do as a team is you don't want to overextend yourself, because we've seen it happen before where a team does everything in their power to try and stop a flag cap that they can't stop, and then suddenly it's back-to-back caps, and that's the last thing that Classic wanted to allow to happen right there.
And here we have Ogre 2 running the flag, and he's making the green jump. No, he doesn't, but the flag is there. So another slight miscue from Ogre 2 when it comes to running the flags. He's going to be tossing that one up as Feared Self rather is going to pick it up. Meanwhile, Victory and Ogre 2 combining. Victory's going to get the triple kill medal for it. And here we go, Feared Self putting in the second flag in about 45 seconds here, guys. Final Boss tying it up. Maybe they should worry about Heretic coming up as Victory is grabbing flag number 3.
This is what I like to see. You cycle the flag caps. Keep the other team off guard. Right now, Classic has to decide, what do? Do we try and find this flag guy? Do we try and set up the pull flag? You know what? Luckily, Ghostayame finds him in green box. Victory now playing a little bit of cat and mouse.
And Ghostayame had overshield, but Tots was there, called him out. Victory hit him with a nade. And then we had Tots hit him with a nade, and Ogre 2 with those rockets came back around, and Final Boss with an incredible comeback.
I'm telling you, that was huge. Final Boss looked to be out of it. They come back 3 in a row. They can't possibly have played that any better at the end.
I cannot believe it. Coming into the series, it was 3-1. Now it's all tied up 5-5. And check out the stats. Your superhero again for Final Boss, Victor X. 27-14 with 12 assists. That's a positive 13.
Yeah, the thing that impressed me the most was that Final Boss had multiple opportunities to give up on themselves right there. They didn't. They had some opportunities that didn't go their way, but then at the end, they capitalized when it mattered most, and they're right back in this one, 5-4.
Yeah, excuse me, it's 5-4, guys. We are getting ready to be geared up for game number 10 of the series. This is the one Final Boss was talking about during that game. It's Heretic Team Slayer, and this is the game type that we've seen some of our higher seeds really get upset by our lower seeds on, Sonny.
Well, I think, one of the things that you can't fall into is the trap of playing this game type the way you might have in Halo 2. You got to be able to, adjust yourself a little bit,